boys and girls, today we're going to meet Deanna, the animal meat tester. Before you eat your meat, it's very important to make sure the meat doesn't have any disease or anything wrong with it. So there's always people behind the scenes just testing. I would love a job just testing meat, but they test the raw meat before, of course, it can be processed. Very, very important job, important role. So let's sing a song with animals in it. Here we go. All around the world.
Around the world, something's going on. About Jesus' love, it's amazing. He loves us all so much, with a love so strong. No one else can love us more. It's amazing. We're all a little different in many different ways. No matter where we come from, God loves us the same. None of us is perfect, so He forgives our sin. Jesus is our Savior, and His love will never end. All around the world, something's going on. About Jesus' love, it's amazing. He loves us all so much, with a love so strong. No one else can love us more. It's amazing. We're all a little different in many different ways. No matter where we come from, God loves us the same. None of us is perfect, so He forgives our sin. Jesus is our Savior, and His love will never end. All around the world, something's going on. About Jesus' love, it's amazing. He loves us all so much, with a love so strong. No one else can love us more. It's amazing. All right, now sing this with me. Jesus' love is one of a kind. He loves us so much, we're always on His mind. Jesus' love is one of a kind. He loves us so much, we're always on His mind. Jesus' love is one of a kind. He loves us so much, we're always on His mind. Jesus' love is one of a kind. He loves us so much, we're always on His mind. All around the world, something's going on. About Jesus' love, it's amazing. He loves us all so much, with a love so strong. No one else can love us more. It's amazing. Yeah, all around the world, something's going on. About Jesus' love, it's amazing. Yeah, He loves us all so much, with a love so strong. No one else can love us more. It's amazing. No one else can love us more. It's amazing. No one else can love us more. It's
Wow, how many animals and insects did you see in that video? Let's go and meet Deanna and learn all about it, what it means to be an animal meat inspector. Here we go. G'day, boys and girls. Today we're with Deanna. Deanna, say hello to the children.
Hello, boys and girls.
Deanna is a meat inspector. We're going to find out because, do you know what this is? These are cattle, you've got pigs, you've got chickens, and you've got sheep. And of course, there's a wee goat there. But we're going to talk to Deanna today, who's going to talk to us all about these animals and how she inspects the meat. So, Deanna, I have no idea what a meat inspector is. What is a meat inspector?
Not many people do, Colin. We work in the factory when the animals are killed to be eaten for meat. and we are checking to make sure that there's no diseases, that whenever a person eats them, that then that would transfer to the person or would possibly make the person sick.
And what type of disease might you find in meat?
You can find lots of different things. It's common things like pneumonia that most people have heard of, or arthritis. We can find abscesses from old injection sites, or abscesses for other reasons. We can find parasites where they've eaten a little egg in a field. Then that's grown into, for example, liver fluke, which will then invade the liver, and the animal just won't do as well if they've got a parasite in them.
So whenever we go to the butcher shop and buy meat that's nice and healthy, you've made sure that is healthy.
Yes,
So your job's important.
so they tell us.
Do you enjoy doing what you do?
I do, because we've got a good team. There's 5 of us on the line at any time in our factory, and we have really good fun together.
And is it a busy job?
It's very busy, yes. We can do, in the summertime, we can do up to about 2,400 lambs in a day.
2,400 lambs in one day?
Yeah. But
Every animal's checked?
every animal's checked. The carcass, which is the body of the animal, and depending on the species, the head, the heart, the lungs, the liver, and the guts are all inspected.
So you train then with your eye to spot
Yeah.
these indifferences?
To find TB, for example, there's lots of different glands where TB is most commonly found. So we'll use a knife
Oh, these are tools?
like this one,
Yeah.
and they're very sharp, and we cut into the gland, and then we can see if there's any TB in the gland.
And how much time have you got to decide?
For each animal, there is, for cattle, there's about 1 minute.
1 minute?
1 minute.
That's a big animal, it's a cow.
Yeah.
What's your hat for? Do you wear a hat because the cow falls on you?
Well, there's different bits and pieces on the line, and they're just at about head height, so you don't want to get bumped on the head. And it's also very good for stopping blood getting in your hair.
Is that for music?
No, I wish. That's just because it's a very noisy environment with all the
the
clanking
protection
and the
areas.
saws, so it's just a hearing protection.
Yeah.
So we've got hearing protection, we've got head protection, and because we're using knives, we also have a chainmail glove. So if I'm wearing this on one hand and I'm holding my knife in the other hand,
Metal?
yeah, that means I can't accidentally cut my hand.
Oh, very good, to protect your hand.
So it's to protect my hand.
Yeah.
So it's quite heavy when you're wearing that all day.
That's a good idea, yeah. And what's this for? Would I need that?
That's a hairnet. Everybody has to wear it, whether
Even
they
if you
have
look-
hair or not.
In case one happens to grow and slip out?
In case a hair falls out into the product. So some of the equipment is about protecting me,
Yeah,
and some of the equipment is about protecting the meat.
yeah. You're a Christian, Deanna.
I am indeed.
Is that important to you?
It's very important to me. It's how I live my life.
Yeah. In what ways is God real to you, even in work?
Even in work, well, as I said to you before, we've got a great team, and it's the first time in a workplace where I've had other Christians.
Yeah.
There's 3 other Christians out of 7 in a team,
That's not
which
bad.
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's great just to talk to each other about God and just even about life, because we're beside each other on the line all the day.
So it's not just about you, it's not just about going to church on Sunday, being a Christian.
No, we talk and we encourage each other and build each other up and have fun.
Have you a favourite Bible verse you often think about, Deanna?
I do. It's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord, plans for good, not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. And that has got me through some very, very hard times, and I depend on that verse.
Yeah. So even in life, sometimes you ever have difficult days, challenging days?
Lots of challenging days, inside of work and outside of work.
Yeah. So even a child in primary school, the challenges they go through, it's equally as real in adult life.
Yes, there's always challenges in the working life, in personal life.
Do you like animals, Deanna?
I love animals.
What's your favourite animals?
I like penguins, but I also
Penguins? Do you have penguins in your factory?
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah.
I love Highland cows.
Yeah. Highland cows.
Highland cows.
Yeah.
You know, the hairy ones with
Yeah.
big horns?
Yeah.
I
Highland-
really
black
love
and
them.
white ones.
Not so fast in them.
Yeah.
The Frisians.
Yeah, that's good. So if there's a child watching, would you encourage them to work with meat, work in the butcher shop and
Oh yeah, it's interesting. Getting to see all the different joints and the parts of the body, and it amazes me whenever I see how it's put together and how each part's important, that God designed all that. And I knew exactly what he was doing whenever he put each piece in each place.
and how it works and the animal
it
walks
works.
around and yeah. So even in an animal you can see the handiwork of God.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Just the beauty of the whole inside of the animal, it's not there by accident.
So we often, as people, we see the outside, but you get to see the actual inside, how the organs and everything works.
Yep.
And animals go through every day. The factories are busy.
They're very busy, yeah. We could do 400 plus cattle in a day.
What's your favourite meat to eat?
Definitely beef.
You like beef?
I love beef. I love steak.
You love steak?
Yeah.
Very good. And Deanna, if a child's working, do you have to have an education to work where you work? Does it help?
It does help. We've had to do a level 4 diploma in meat inspection,
Yeah.
which we went through the training whenever we started the job.
So if a mummy or a daddy is giving their children meat and they don't feel like eating the meat, would you encourage them to eat their meat?
Oh, definitely. It's very good for you.
And your vegetables too?
And vegetables, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Deanna, our time's nearly up. I really appreciate you just giving a wee bit of insight into what a meat inspector is. Sometimes we think we just eat meat, and can you eat good meat and bad meat? Or
Well,
some
hopefully
meat?
you don't get eating bad meat because we've stopped it from getting to your plate.
So if I see a wee mark on the meat, I can phone you and say, you missed this one.
Maybe it wasn't me.
You were off that day. So boys and girls, this is Deanna, a meat inspector. In a factory, when the animals go through, all the meat goes through, it's inspected individually one by one. And if there's any parasites or any marks or anything shouldn't be there, it's discarded
Yes,
and not put onto
your plate.
my plate to eat. So it's amazing how God has his people everywhere, even in a factory, working in meat, inspecting, and yet Deanna can see beyond that and see how beautifully wonderful God has created animals.
Yes.
Wonderful. So there you go. Boys, Deanna, thanks very much. Really enjoyed this
Not at
today.
all. Thank you.
And boys and girls, thanks for watching. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time. Thank you, Deanna, so much for that inside work that's so important to make sure our meat's healthy and also up to standard quality-wise for us to eat and to enjoy. Let's sing another song with lots and lots of animals, how God made them. Here we go.
God made the elephants, and he did the rhinos too. Oh, God made the hippopotamus, and he made the octopus and cockatoos. God made you and me, just the way we ought to be. Every creature, big and small, is beautiful. He loves us all. God made the lorikeets and the bunny rabbits too. Yes, it's true. Oh, God made the basset hounds, and he made gorillas too. God made you and me, just the way we ought to be. Every creature, big and small, is beautiful. He loves us all.
Wonderful song. Thanks again, Deanna, for instructing us, teaching us, just highlighting to us the importance of inspecting the meat before it's being processed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.